guys, welcome back to my channel. And so this is a full Mary Kay look, pumpkin spice kind of themed thought process. We have this really pretty orange Mio lipstick shade. So I tried it on camera at the end of this video for the first time. It's part of our special holiday collection of lipsticks that I tried in my last video. And so the orange one I had held off ordering until last week, so this is my first time trying it. So anyway, so this is the finished look. Make sure you hit like, make sure you subscribe. If you love Mary Kay, give me a shout out. Yes, my background is moving because I have a fan on. So anyway, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. So I'm sorry if it's a little bright. I'm testing a new camera app, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be creating a look with some of my favorite shades from the pumpkin spice palette. I'm gonna throw this hair up. Maybe that'll work. Of course, I don't have my glasses on, so I lined my eyebrows off camera. I have a thing about doing my eyebrows and my eyeliner on camera, so I'm going in with the Mary Kay Reviving Facial. So far, I'm not a fan of this app. My husband, we have a microphone that I'm using, and you have to use a specific app. I can't believe that just happened. I'm getting really frustrated. I would just rather not have a microphone at this point. So anyway, this is a limited edition product from Mary Kay right now. So I'm going to advise that you snag this up as soon as you can. So it's the Reviving Facial Spray. It smells like coconut. Love it. Before I prime the face, I'm going in with the Mary Kay Eye Primer. This is honestly one of my favorite products. I've used this for years. I'm going in with the Mary Kay Foundation Primer. It's at SPF 15. And for my skin, I feel like I always need more than advised because of how weird my skin is. So this would typically be sweet cream, but I'm out of it. But I have a color in a Jaclyn Hill palette that's almost identical. So this would be the equivalent of Mary Kay's sweet cream. So I'm just going in all over the eye with this, over that eye primer. Just want to kind of set that and lock it in. If you're a Mary Kay consultant and you're watching this and you're offended, I'm sorry. I can't keep sweet cream. And I keep running out of it because I use it so much. And I'm sending an order this weekend. So if you're offended by my use of Poof by Jaclyn Hill, I'm sorry. Let's get to work. I'm going to take this same brush that I just used for that all over color. I need my little mirror. I don't know if you can hear this album or not, but it's so good. Spun Silk, which is kind of a just a shimmery shadow, just a shimmer shadow. That was the all over eyeshadow brush that I used on both those colors, both those shadows. Why did that just happen? Hazelnut. It's one of my favorite transition shades from Mary Kay at this point right now, because it's just a really nice brown, not a dark brown, not just a really good brown. So instead of using the brush this way, I'm using it this way. I'm using it flat. I'm going in right above the crease with this and just kind of I'm not letting it fall below the crease. We're literally right in the crease and a little above. Trying to work here, Dory. Dory. So I'm just gonna darken this up a little bit since... What is it, girl? Dory's just laying here watching me. Smudge brush, which I talked about in the last video, one of my faves. And I'm gonna pick up the Amber Blaze color. It's one of the key parts of this palette, so It's the more coppery orangey color. So I'm just keeping this on the eyelid. I'm gonna go into Espresso, which is a matte. This is also the color that you're gonna see me use on my eyebrows in a minute. I've already lined them out, but I haven't like done a full brush fill in. There is some fallout because I didn't tap the brush off, so. Not like super dark going up in here. Now I'm not worried about right here because I'm gonna wipe it off. Also fallout. We're just deepening up the outside, like the outer third, like I mentioned. That's the thing I love about these eyeshadows. They're mineral eyeshadows. So they are super pigmented, but you just have to build with it. Like some of the shades, they are not like blinding or anything like that. Like you have to, like I did that on purpose, no worries. If you don't want to smoke it up like this is more of an, you know, smoky eye with this palette. Of course you can do the more natural look. I'm taking that all over brush that we used at the beginning, and I'm picking up that transition shade, and I'm gonna run this over to just kind of like clean it up, diffuse the lines, whatever, kind of make it look a little more airbrushed, whatever you need to say to make yourself feel better about it. So I'm just taking a makeup remover wipe, just one of those basic travel ones. I put my finger in it like this and wipe. So I do want a little cleaner of a line because this is more of a, you know, smoky look. So I do drag that up. So now I'm gonna take one of my favorite colors on the finger. This is Gold Coast. It is a super pigmented like gold, and I'm literally just putting it like in the corner of my eye. I'm literally stamping it on there. And a little more sparkle, so it's probably gonna get up in, you know, the crease. That's fine, no big. So now I am gonna take a little bit of Amber Blaze on my finger, so it becomes like the more predominant color again. And I'm putting it right where it goes, just right where it goes. And I'm not crossing that Gold Coast gold line, but I am blurring it over into the brown, the darker brown color. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this primer, and I'm just gonna put it up under my eyes where we just wiped it all away. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some lash primer. Anybody that watches any of my videos know I'm obsessed with this stuff. Alright, so that espresso shade is what I'm going in my eyebrows with. So I'm going in with our under eye corrector first. I love this stuff. So Mary Kay does have a beauty sponge. This is just a regular beauty sponge at this point because I keep selling out beauty sponges too. Under eye corrector is life. Start in on some mascara. So this is the Lash Intensity mascara. If you watch my channel or any of my videos, you know this is the stuff. So it's two-sided wand. One side is for lengthening, one side is for volumizing. the fan really keeps y'all from hearing any of the music. Usually you can hear what I'm listening to. I love this mascara so much. Alright, so I'm going in with the Time Wise Matte Wear Liquid Foundation. I'm wearing Beige 3. I'm using the Mary Kay Liquid Foundation brush with this foundation. So I'm going to squeeze out a pretty hefty amount on the back of my hand. So I use a brush to apply, and then I go back with my sponge in the places that need help. So I just like buff it into the face. Go ahead and get my other Mary Kay face brush. Now I'm going to take my beauty blender, and we're going to pick up there's a little bit left, and this is just going to kind of help it smooth out, give a consistent kind of coverage, I guess. And then I pick up the additional that's on the back of my hand and just tap that in where I may have like a breakout or something, you know, that I want covered. Always go down your neck. Please don't be that person. Okay, so that's really smoothed out and stuff. So somehow I ended up ordering a shade of concealer too dark for me when I ordered some. So I have to mix colors on the back of my hand. This is just a regular like detailer brush from Real Techniques that I like to use to mix this on the back of my hand with. I'm not too broken out right now. Always do your spot concealing first, because if you go in with that lighter concealer, it's just going to highlight that breakout. So this is the light ivory shade of the Perfecting Concealer, and I'm just going right here. Cupid's bow. I think I should go out like this. What do you guys think? So just highlighting down the center of the face, so everything kind of balances out. Out. At this point now, I'm going to take some of the translucent powder. The little... There we go. That's what we're looking for. It's beautiful. I know. So we're just going to drop this everywhere. We just put that. Ordered a Beige 2 pressed powder to see how it might fare for contouring for me. Oh. Come on. I wish to use this microphone. I did not have to use this stupid camera app. Okay, so it's not terrible. Like, I couldn't use this for like a dark contour, like. But for just an everyday kind of neutral contour, it's not that bad. Why does it do that every time? Ugh! But for just like an everyday, I don't like the sparkles in my contour. I don't really like the sparkles for my contour. So, and with the fact that winter's coming, I'm not going to be doing like a super dark contour anyway. So I'm just going to pinch the brush and run this down the sides of my nose. And I'm using my finger to get a little bit under my lip. So I'm fixing to brush the setting powder away. At that point I was baking because I left it on. This is an Ivory 2 in our Mineral Foundation. And I'll just buff it into my skin. The couple of places that I really just kind of need the additional coverage. Always carry down the neck, ladies. Always. Okay. The transition color that we used, which was the hazelnut color. So I'm taking that under, right on my lash line. I'm going to take the amber blaze that we used, and I'm going a little closer to the lash line. Espresso, and it's just going to go on the outer third, just like how in the look it went just in the outer third. I'm going to pick some of that Gold Coast color up and just pat it right at the waterline right there. All I'm doing here is recreating what's on top on the bottom. So I'm going in with Moonstone, which I have not used before. I normally use Concealing. And just popping this right under the brow bone. This is Spice Poppy. I'm going in with our blush brush yet again. And this one's a little orangey, if you cannot tell. So I usually just kind of build. I got too much. I just usually kind of build it, and I take it back further from the face. Oh my god, I got way too much. And then I drag a little down to the cheeks, the apples of the cheeks, but I don't usually use that much. Okay, so I'm gonna take our mineral foundation powder back in with that brush, and I'm going to tone this down best I can here. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a waterproof mascara. I always go in with a waterproof on top of what I'm wearing, and then that's what I use on my bottom lashes. I'm taking that Moonstone color, and I'm popping that right in the corner here. I'm gonna take the translucent powder that I've used for setting, and I just do this because I have oily skin. If you don't have oily skin, like, you don't have to take as many steps. Like, if you have dry skin, you're not going to take as many steps on setting and things like that. Our bronzing powder here, and I'm just going to take this around the outer portions of the face, the perimeter, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just warming the face up. I'm kind of going over the same places that I took that beige one powder that I told you guys I was testing out. Spray the face with the reviving facial spray that I started out with. I got my setting routine from one of my favorite vloggers, beauty influencers, whatever you want to call them. I just kind of dot this along because I don't want any run lines or anything like that. Now, she uses a fan. I ain't got time for that. So once that dries, I'm going into this highlighter shade that came with the blush. And I just feel like I get a little more intensity from the highlighters when I do this, when the face has just been sprayed. So I'm going over the high points of the face with this. And it's a little more of an orangey, peachy, like, it's very fall. I definitely only wear this, like, if it goes with the look, because these are not really my shades. But this is the pumpkin spice look. So highlighting on the high points of the face. down the center of the nose. And then I'll pick it up on my finger to hit that Cupid's bow. I'm going to take the makeup finishing spray from Mary Kay. And actually going to finish this look. Dot along. This is Ivory Shoe. Let's check that before I say Ivory 2. This is the same powder of the beige that I used for my like under contour. So because I do have oily skin, after I spray my face like that, I always go in with a powder like this because it's not really a coverage powder. It's more just like a touch-up powder. I use this in the spots where I know that I get oily and shiny. So I'm not getting the tip of my nose really because I just put that highlight there. But I know that things kind of break down in these spots and I get kind of shiny. So this is a new shade that I have not tested on camera yet. This is Orange Mio, and it is part of the Christmas special collection. You can see I've already sent samples to people. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to do like a super like dramatic eye, because this is like the perfect like pumpkin spice lipstick. You know what I'm saying? I like it. So there it is. There is the pumpkin spice palette all together look. And yeah, I feel really folly right now. So